guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Faust on Kajin Cosplay, and today is the finale of Fleabag! Episode 6, Season 2.
Exactly. Last episode ended on a high note. Fleabag and the priest talked. He tried to avoid her, tried to get out of the wedding. Though the stepmom wasn't happy, but in the end he changed his mind and he went to talk to her, and he basically said he could sleep with her because he would fall in love with her and he can't go that way, but then they did sleep together. She sent us out. She threw us out of the room, so...
dare she have some private time.
But I think it means that it was real. It was intimate and it wasn't just for show, and I kind of like that. Aside from that, Claire changed her hair. Martin is desperate to keep her around. He doesn't want her to break up with him, like to divorce, but she is getting there. She is looking for a change, and we know what the change she needs is. We're just waiting for her to find it. And this episode is also going to be the wedding, so...
Yep, so big change. I do want to know if the dad's going to go through the wedding or just change his mind. Because it's true that he seems to be in a not good relationship with this stuff.
Oh yeah, he is in an abusive relationship, but I don't know. We haven't been with them alone, so I don't know what he thinks of her. Like, obviously, if he's going through with the wedding, he didn't decide to leave her yet, so we'll see what happens. But weddings in a drama show like this, drama/comedy, always turn out great.
Yeah.
So let's jump in this episode, the last one.
Alright.
And see what happens.
So good to see you! We're over the moon! Hey,
She's running away!
It's the States. Come on.
What a portrait.
Is there somewhere I can put this? We said no presents. Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
What if it's the statue?
Oh, well, I've been trying to get rid of it for ages. Oh.
I think it's the statue!
I'm going to open it over a bin, so I've got somewhere to put the paper. Come with me.
Do you need me or...?
No, I just wondered if you had a little show planned.
What?
Well, you normally do.
No.
Good. Well, let me know if you change your mind. Because today is the most important day of my life. And I love your father very much.
Yeah.
And I imagine you'd rather have me looking after him in the years to come than having to do it yourself. So, no more miscarriages.
Oh wow, thank you.
It's worth a lot.
Well, at least you got this statue back. Yeah. Right?
I'll go and put her straight back on her shelf.
I mean, it's not like you didn't know she took it.
Do you know, I often thought it strange that of all my pieces you chose to take her.
Why?
She was based on your mother. So nice to have her back in the house.
What the fuck?
It's a twist of the knife.
Oh, way to upstage the bride.
Tried my best. Cute dress.
Oh, no.
Father, you remember Martin?
Hey, how you doing, man? Bit nervous, Martin.
Did you know Jake?
Yes, hello, Jake. How are you?
And this is my unstable stepdaughter who's had a miscarriage.
Nice to see you again.
You too.
But you knew that, you were there.
It was my miscarriage.
The truth is out!
It was my fucking miscarriage.
It was my baby.
I guess it was your baby's way of saying it didn't want you as its father. Like a goldfish out of the bowl, sort of thing.
Turning it around.
You ever had a miscarriage?
Oh, and this is over.
Yes! Way to go, Claire! And at the wedding!
Way to upstage the bride. That's what she said, right?
You're leaving me.
No.
Yes.
Are you drunk?
Yes. Are you sober?
A bit. Could you just fuck off?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm staying right here.
She enjoys the drama.
I want you to leave me. You are an alcoholic and you tried it on with my sister.
Fine. I tried to kiss your sister on her birthday.
My birthday?
Fine. I mix up birthdays and I have an alcohol problem just just like everyone else in this fucking country, but I am here and I do things. I am not a bad guy. I just have a bad personality. It's not my fault. Some people are born with fucked personalities. Look at Jake. He is so creepy. It's not his fault.
Jesus fuck.
Oh my
The main
goodness.
fucking problem here is that you don't like me. And that has been breaking my fucking heart for 11
Oh,
years.
baby.
I love you. I make you laugh. I'm a douche, but I make you laugh. You said that that was the most important thing. So, I am not going to leave you until you are down on your knees and begging me.
Oh my god.
What?
She's doing
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Please leave me.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think you'd do that in that dress. Right. Well, I guess the only thing left for me to say is... fuck you.
Fuck you.
To his credit, his speech was actually okay, but she needed to leave him. She needed that. They're not good for each other.
No.
What have you done with him?
Who?
Your father. The wedding is about to start and no one can find him anymore.
Where is the
Can
papa?
you do something? Please.
Is he running for it too?
Garden. Upstairs. Okay.
If Claire could do it, maybe he can do it too.
You want some love, baby?
Oh, he definitely does. He went
Dad?
all the way
Yeah?
out. Yeah.
Ah, maybe that's where the mom stuff is.
I can't get out. I'm stuck.
No, Dad.
There's nothing I can do.
Everyone will understand. Just give them all a bottle to take home. Honestly, they will be relieved.
My foot is stuck.
Oh.
Oh. Everyone will understand? Would you help me, please?
What are you doing up here?
I just remembered that I had left a friendly mouse trap up here a few weeks ago and I hadn't checked it, and I just wanted to make sure that one little chap hadn't got trapped in it and was suffocating up here.
On your wedding day. Great day to do that.
Do it. Darling,
I'll do it if you tell me why you're up here. Just one honest answer.
I was checking on the mouse.
I don't believe you.
Do you want to make a run for it? I can smuggle you out in one of Mum's dresses.
You might well. No, I know she's not everyone's cup of tea.
Is she yours?
And neither are you, darling. I mean, I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm not sure that I like you. All the time. Sorry. Get my shoe. I just want you all to be proud of me.
You're proud of you, Dad. You have two daughters who love you, even if you don't like them.
I like Claire.
Jesus, Dad. Okay. Come on.
I don't think I can.
Come on. Back up. Smiles. Charm. Off we go.
I think you know how to love better than any of us. That's why you find it all so painful.
I can't do this reading. Don't do it. What? I'll do it. You go and get him.
Go and get him? It's called Claire, for God's sake, and he's already at the airport anyway.
Well, there you go. Is it running through the airport kind of love?
I'm not going to the airport. You think I was insane? Can't get through security without a boarding pass.
No, I wasn't suggesting
I have to
that
buy
you
a dummy ticket just to get through the gate. I don't know when his flight is or which terminal. Imagine if I knew that. Imagine him finding out I knew all that. Imagine if he was just in Boots buying a pair of tweezers in Terminal 5 and suddenly I was there. Hello, Claire.
Yeah, okay, that would be intense.
It's a realistic version of the rom-coms. Yeah.
Love is awful. It's awful. It's painful. It's frightening. It makes you doubt yourself, judge yourself, distance yourself from the other people in your life. Makes you selfish.
There's something wrong with your priest.
It's all any of us want, and it's hell when we get there. So no wonder it's something we don't want to do on our own. People talk about that a lot, it feeling right. When it feels right, it's easy. But I'm not sure that's true. It takes strength to know what's right. And love isn't something that weak people do. Being a romantic takes a hell of a lot of hope. I think what they mean is, when you find somebody that you love, it feels like hope.
The beginning was okay, but that ending was lit.
Go out. The side way.
It resonated with a lot of people. Oh.
You go, girl.
Be who you want to
Thank you for bringing
be.
us all together here today to take words from this book of love.
They went through with it.
Yep.
It was a great speech. Talked from the heart.
I think you nailed it. It's God, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the worst thing is that I fucking love you.
It'll pass.
This bus is not magically coming. A walk. Okay.
See you Sunday? I'm joking, you're never ever allowed in my church again. I love you too. Okay.
A fucking fox!
He went that way.
Okay.
But at least she went there. She allowed herself to say, I love you to someone.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Well, she was better taking that back.
It's her mom. After learning that, you know, it's not even about being mean to her.
I just kept dreaming. It wasn't very hard.
She doesn't need us anymore.
I spent all this time. I'm gonna be alright.
I just want to say
It's
something.
gonna be alright.
I just want to say something first.
Yeah.
Usually, the type of music that they use during Fleabag are harsh music or like holy music. But at the end of it, it's just simple, smooth music. Like
And the lyrics were meaningful as well.
yeah,
You know, it did not end the way we expected it or the way she expected it, but
that's okay.
that's okay because she did the work. After the death of her mom, she had a lot of love inside of her that she didn't know what to do with. She gave it to her best friend who died, so basically she was stuck with all these emotions and she didn't know how to let them out. And here she allowed herself to not only open up to her dad, open up to her sister, and open up to a guy that she allowed herself to love, which is, it's great because it means that she will be fine. You know, she is on the right path, and she allowed herself to feel again and to be vulnerable again and to just open herself up to someone again, and she will do it again in the future. Yeah. Not with him, but
not with us.
Not with us either.
But it's nice.
Seriously, the writing in this show, like, it's, I want to say subtle, but brilliant on so many levels, you know?
Yeah.
I know I've had this conversation with people in the comments. Some people are wondering why we don't laugh as much, you know? It's a comedy show and we should be laughing. I know there's a language barrier with some of the jokes. Like, we're French, so obviously if there's, you know, a joke that's specific to the language, something that you guys probably grew up with, or something, you know, specific to the location, which is, you know, Britain, we don't know it, you know? So there's a language barrier. But it's still a very funny show on many aspects. But even more than that, I think it's not just a comedy show. I think the subjects that they tackled were so serious, so realistic, and so real in the way that so relatable that we couldn't just laugh through it. Like, we had to feel angry at certain characters. We had to feel sad for certain subjects. We had to feel relief for some of the relationships that we saw happen. Like, when you see Claire fucking leave that ponytail behind and leave, it's like it's a relief, you know? It's funny because the way it happens is it's nice, but after 2 seasons of having her struggle, to see her finally make the right choice and do it all in one day, you know, we don't know if it's gonna work out, but at least it's the fact that she took this step. And same, you know, the descending is not, it's not funny, it's just beautiful. Yeah. It's human. And I think that might be why this show is so beloved by the fandom, by the fans. It's because it's real. It's real emotions. So the funny aspect of it is one thing, but I think the drama aspect, the reality aspect of it is even greater. Mm-hmm. I related more to the drama aspect than the comedy aspect, even though I laughed a lot.
Drama girl, to be honest. Not drama queen, just drama type of girl. So yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting Claire to just
leave.
Not leave, but just reveal everything on the wedding. That was my miscarriage. And who brings up a miscarriage at a wedding when you're presenting guests?
The stepmom.
Oh. Man.
I mean, I wasn't expecting much more than that from her. I'm surprised the dad went through with it, but the thing is, we don't know how his relationship with her is without people around. All we see is how Fleabag sees her, and we don't like the stepmom for many reasons. And a lot of times, the relationship between the two seemed abusive, but at least the dad allowed himself to open up.
Yeah.
He was in a good place with his daughter at the end. He allowed himself a smoke, you know. He went there with his daughter supporting him, which is, I think, even greater than having him just leave the wedding, you know, because he wants to be happy. And it's one thing to be happy with a woman that your daughters don't approve of, but to have these daughters, or at least the one you have the most problems with, actually walk you all the way up to her and support you in that decision. I think that's what he needed. He needed support, and he needed understanding. Mm-hmm. Even though they don't like her, he needed, like he said it himself, you know, it's not because you don't like a certain person that you don't love that person, or at least respect that person's choices. Well, in that case, it wasn't about the stepmom, it was about the dad. So if they love their dad, they will allow him to do what he thinks is right. And if it's not right for him, at least I think he's got the support needed to get out of that relationship if it ever becomes too much.
Yeah.
But I was happy to see him open up.
I want to talk a bit bad about Martin's speech,
but
why Claire shouldn't leave him. There's something that he said that he wasn't a bad guy, but he was born with a bad personality, and that's not his fault. You can work on your personality.
True.
when you grow up, your personality change depending on what you expect, what you've been through, and what you like, dislike, and you can always modify it according to who you're becoming.
Yeah.
Your son Jake has a problem, not a problem, but has
Is different.
is different.
Yeah.
He was born like that.
Doesn't mean he can't work on his people skills.
Yeah. So
It's
by
almost
saying
like-
that it's not your fault that you got a bad personality, so she shouldn't be. She should stay with you because of it.
It's almost like he's saying, in life you don't get to have a choice, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta do what you get. I mean, the way he said all these things, though, I mean, I was surprised, but he was mostly sober, so that was different. But I'm glad that Claire didn't fall for that, because they were obviously not right for one another. It's not enough that he makes her laugh, you know? In life, he has to make her happy, not just make her laugh, especially if it's not, you know, true laughs, you know? And it's not just that, she also has to make him happy, and I don't think he was happy if he needed the alcohol and the cheating to feel great about himself, you know?
Yeah.
So he kept saying he had a miserable life. Well, great.
I was really pissed when he asked her to be on her knees and beg him to just leave him, because that
Yeah.
is so disrespectful. But she wanted so much that she stepped on her pride and on her self-respect to do it.
And on her entire personality, too. I think that's why he asked that of her. Because we know that Claire is all about appearance. She wants to be perfect. She wants to be clean. She wants to be, you know, strong. To ask her to go on her knees, you know, would, first of all, mess up her dress. That's why you mentioned the dress. But also make her appear weak. Like she needed, you know, that, like she was desperate, which is very different from who she is as a character, as a person.
Yeah.
So to have her actually go through with it means that she really wanted that to happen. But I'm glad, even though it was an embarrassing moment for her, I'm glad she got rid of him, because, I mean, both of them are going to be happier without the other.
Well, let's hope.
Well,
Let's hope that both of them
I think
will
she
be happier.
is, at least she is going to be happier. And Fleabag is going to be okay. That's what I take from this episode, is that even though sometimes life doesn't go the way you think it's going to go, you find a way to be happy anyway. You find a way to move on, which is one thing that the priest said, you know, she loves them, but it will pass, you know? It's not the end of the world. She will move on, and she will find someone else. So it's a beautiful morale. It's a beautiful message about life, and it was really well written. So I'm glad we watched this show.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this, because we had heard about Fleabag. We had heard it was popular.
I just heard it
but
was a comedy show. That's what I heard.
I didn't know what to expect from this. But no filter, let's go. And the use of we said it several times, but the fourth wall breaking was just perfect. And having her leave us behind at the end, she doesn't need us, because now she can be open about her emotions with herself and with the people around her. So she doesn't need a scapegoat. She doesn't need an escape through us. So that's why the show is over. That's why it ends here, because she doesn't need us anymore.
That's nice.
It's a really cool way to present character development, and to just make your mark, make your message clear, and move on.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel really sad that they don't end up together, because they had good chemistry as characters.
He chose God.
But sometimes it's true that in life, people's belief or what they want to do in life doesn't match. And it just doesn't work at the end.
But it's great. It's great for him as well, because he also needed to not be afraid anymore. He needed to feel it without it becoming like a shit show. He needed to have hope and faith again. And I think through Fleabag, he found his faith in God again, and in himself. So even though they did not end together, they both healed thanks to the other. So in a way, it's a bittersweet ending,
Yeah.
but it's still a beautiful ending. It's still
Yeah,
sweet.
it is. It is.
And they did have great chemistry. I mean, we love, what's his name?
Andrew Scott.
Andrew Scott. We love him. So, both of them. I mean, to be fair, like, this show was full of great actors, full of great writers. Well, the writer is Fleabag, so amazing writer, amazing, you know, direction and cinematography, and just an all-out great short show. I'm glad we watched it.
All right. So that's it for Fleabag.
Yes.
Thanks again for watching it with us.
Yes.
The show that won our poll on our Patreon to replace Fleabag was The Boys.
The Boys.
So check our new notification so you don't miss it out.
Yes, we will probably start The Boys next week. Since Fleabag was in advance on Patreon, there's a good chance that The Boys is already playing over there. So if you want to watch the first few episodes of The Boys, you can check out Patreon. The link is in the description. And if not, well,
wait for the first episode to be up on YouTube.
Yes.
Which will be soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.